Welcome back, guys. I am Mellowseven. This is Football Manager 2018, and today we have a match against Finnsnes, and we need this one. We desperately need this one. We got a lot to get through today. Let's get started. Let's take a look at the schedule so far is done for us. So the last match we played, I think, was this one. Ham-Cam, we saw this 0-0 draw. We really needed something out of it. And this draw kept us on pace up to here, but we have dropped 3 matches in a row since then. Pours, we just played bad. I mean, that's, you see right there, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 6-3. I mean, just, we were garbage. Danielson, we brought him in because of injuries. Well, not even injuries. We just gave him a try, right? I mean, we've got Carbon, Rune, and Danielson. They all played, or Carbon and, yeah, I think Sven was injured. So we gave him a try. He was garbage. Well, he played badly. He's not garbage. He played badly. So then we had the derby against Oslo, and we weren't terrible. But Dolly got injured, didn't play well to begin with. Simonson was terrible. You know, our whole midfield was bad. Our defense was and we gave up 1 goal in the 4th minute and couldn't do anything about it. They hung on for the rest of the match. So that one was really disappointed. Then we had our transfer window. We brought in some new players. We'll take a look at them really quickly. We played Brodvog, who is number 1 in the league at the moment. And they jumped out to an early lead with goals in the 4th and the 29th. We responded with ones in the 34th and the 43rd just before halftime. Took a draw into halftime and finally gave one up on the 77th minute for them to steal the win at the end. We got goals from Robin Hjelmaseth. We're just going to have to change that to Robin probably. Our new striker, we got one from Ati and one from Berg there. So we did have a yellow flag from Dahir, our new defensive player. So let's go ahead and take a look at the transfers really fast. History. This is what we dumped. We completed a promise to Borco to dump him. We completed a promise to Pellegrino to dump him. We dumped Mueller because he was unhappy because he thought he was losing his job. I'm a little annoyed at this one. We promised him if he made the assistant coach's training list at the end of the month that said who trained well, that I'd give him some games. He never made that, but they still counted it as a failed promise. And when I tried to discuss it to him, it said, okay, you discussed it to him. It didn't give me any options. It didn't give me any text. It just said discussed. So we didn't fail on that promise. He never made the list. It just said, hey, I feel like I've improved. Well, that's fine, but that's not what the promise was. The promise was he had to make the list, and he never did. So this goes back to a bitch I have in general about these promises. What you actually say is not what the promise is. One of them says, I'll give you a few starts in the next month, but you essentially have to give them every start for 3 months. Otherwise, it counts as a failed promise. And this is another one where you promise one thing, but that's not actually what's happening. So I really wish they'd fix these so that what the text you actually say is what the promise you're held to, because you're guessing. You don't know what the actual promise is. It doesn't. 1 month versus 3 months is huge. And in this case, it had nothing to do with it. It wasn't, does he make the training list? It's, hey, does he feel he's been better? Well, then you screwed up. So we dumped him. Conde, I dumped because we don't use him. He's had 2 games. He's not particularly good. We can take a look at him real fast, very quickly. He's only got a positioning of 6, and he doesn't really have the acceleration of the pace to make up for it. I do like his jumping, but he doesn't have heading to go with the jumping. His marking is really his only decent defensive stat. He also can't pass. That entire technical is just red. Right? And so we got rid of him. Of course, the game wanted me to dump Bourbon, and it kept getting upset that I was keeping Kondo. It said, hey, you can't keep Bourbon. He hasn't played enough. How dare you sell Kondo? He played 2 games for us and did not do well in them. So he's gone. Also, he was supporting one of the other players on some pointless bitch. So one less unhappy player, out. Holm, I would have liked to have kept. He's a youngster for us, 16 years old, but looks like he's going to be very good. I didn't have an option. The offer came in, even though he was under contract. It's a youth contract. I tried offering him one. He didn't take it. He went there. On this side, let's see. We brought in Dahir. We paid money for him. And you can see he's pretty decent. 24 years old. Good defenseman. Good step up from Kondo, I would say. there's only one red number on there, and that's crossing, and he's a central defender. So I'm okay with that. He's still not particularly quick. His positioning is a little bit higher at 10, though. And we've got blue for heading, marking, passing, and tackling, and jumping reach. So as it turns out, he also played here before, so he slotted right into the club, into a social group. No issues at all. Great choice. Real happy with that. And we brought in Robin Helmaseth. That's what we're going with. Helmaseth. Of course, as always, I got screwed by my scouts. I really, really, really wanted somebody who could do a penalty shot. And of course, it said 11 to 18. I should know by now that it's always the bottom number, and maybe even lower than that. In this case, it was 11. He's still our best penalty taker. But not because of that, just because of his flair and his finishing. His composure is still not spectacular. But he does have a finishing of 14. He can do corners. He can do crossing. So if we do lose Dolly for some reason, we have somebody that can do that. And he's got a long shot of 14, which is great because when we have some of these teams that we just can't break down very well, and we're taking shots from the edge of the box, hopefully that will help out. So that is our new starting striker. I did try to get a number of other players in. I don't know if we can see. It's not going to show us. Herkstall has some offers in. We offered him a new one. He took it. Scott. We're going to go Scott. I think he turned everybody down too, but we do still see offers there. We tried to bring in a number of players, specifically for defensive right and mid right. They were our level players. They were upgrades, but they were still second division players playing for second division or lower teams who were transfer listed by request and were unhappy. They all turned us down because they didn't think we were going to pay enough to make relocation a deal. We're not paying any less than anybody else is. So if you're going to transfer list by request, I would say at that point you're saying you're ready to relocate. We weren't a lower level team. I don't understand it. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But on the other hand, our players are turning down transfers as well. So maybe I should just keep my mouth closed. But it would have been nice to upgrade both the defensive right and mid right, because I believe that right side is just horrible for us right now. So tactics-wise, I gave up on our crazy word plus. We've slotted him back here, which was kind of our Lynn best position as opposed to the one that we made. We're still kind of looking at the stats and the numbers as we determine players that we're keeping versus players that we're selling. But we're using it a little bit less here. We're still going back to what are they happy with. And you can see here, very little brown up here. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to find it on this picture of the analysis at all. When they break it down and show the green versus the brown on the match, whatever, tactics briefing, you can see a little bit there. But it's pretty good. So yeah, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and do our match here real fast. Hopefully I'm talking quick enough. We've had too many long episodes recently, so play out defense. I'm going to turn off the play out defense. I'm going to go clear ball to the flanks. I want to get it out a little bit more, especially this is a bad team. I'd like us to be a little bit more attacking. We are still closing down a little bit more. We are still sitting a little bit deeper. I think that's okay. Submit team. I want to move these guys up, I think. Dressing room, hand over to assistant. Do that. In that. Can we do it here before we get into this? I think I'm going to move these guys up and maybe make Rune attacking. They're not a very good team. I'm really, 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 really hoping, praying that we can maybe break them down a little bit. And of course, I always forget that. Let me slide this back down. That's fine. We'll go extended. And we'll make sure replays are on. And there we go. Let's see what we get. Oh, wait. We need to win. And that is not a good sign. We get back, but they throw it out to Peterson on the wing. He has trouble hanging on to it. He does. Well, he tries, but it just goes out for the goal kick. So let's see what happens. 18 puts this one forward. I think he was still under instructions to roll it out. Well, it's a goal kick, I guess, not playing it out after a save quickly. But I think he's still supposed to be playing it quickly and short. But who knows? Did that really say we had 7% possession at that point? Maybe. All right, so we are controlling possession. We are pushing. That's looking good. Nobody's really getting any shots. That was terrible. Let's see, can we push forward? Carlisle moves it over to Osthagen. Ost supposed to be out there on the right. Up to Dolly. Out to Johansson. I'd really rather we push it up the other side, but... Oh, it hit Dolly in the head and it just bounces off. Not like he headed it. It just hit him in the head. Dahir, new guy. Rolls it back. Up to Dolly. Get it over. Can Rune get that? He doesn't even try to get it. Doesn't even try to get it. Peterson boots it up to Grunwald, who probably was onside. Who knows? Have we not got a shot yet? We have not got a shot yet. There we go. That counts as a shot. We are controlling possession. They are fouling a lot, and we just lost Johansson. So we really don't have anybody for the right. I guess it's going to be Ingbreitsen. Well, what we could do is we can run Helmeseth out here, and then we can run Sveen up top. Let's try that. I don't know. It wasn't really my plan, but I guess if it works, maybe we stick with it, because mid-right is a weak point. You know, at the time I was looking at bringing somebody in from mid-right, so I wasn't really looking at him for his capability out there. So we'll just have to see what happens. 2 shots, 1 shot. It's not a whole lot going on. We really have to have a win here. And that's what it comes down to. And of course, every time I bring in a player, I have somebody that bitches he's out for my job. I'm like, well, yeah, but if you were any good, I wouldn't have to upgrade. So far, what I've needed to do, though, is I've just said, you know, you got to play for your spot. That's how a team gets better. And everybody goes, oh, that makes sense, I guess. I can live with that. And we're not winning those headers. Somebody take the ball away from Grunwald. He wasn't doing anything. And why didn't you try to take that as it rolled past you slowly? You just looked at it as it went onto the wing. Oh, my God. No wonder this team doesn't win. And I don't think the work rate is actually particularly bad on this team. They're just... This has got to be just morale issues. They're just not willing to work, and which means that it's just going to... What the hell was that? Oh, my God. Jeez. And the problem is that once you get into that black hole, there's just no escape, because they won't play well enough to get out of it. They won't listen to me, so I've got no inputs because... And we've just taken him down for no reason. He doesn't even have the ball. Well, at this point, if I get fired, I'm not upset about it. I just... Lean's been a little bit of a nightmare for me. A little bit like Notts County was, to be honest, where there's just no way out of the hole. And it's not because of anything you've done. There's nothing you can do about it. The deck is just so stacked against you ahead of time that there's no way to survive. I say I'm given no tools to fix any of this. Oh my God, we saved that. Great save, A-Team. Great save. Encourage. That was spectacular. A-Team is earning his 7.4. Dolly's not been good. Rune's not been good. We have controlled possession. We've had 4 shots, but other than one just kind of rolling through the crowd, we haven't even got a highlight for us, I don't think. All the highlights have been on their shots. I'm going to go assertive. Morale's so bad, I just don't think we can... I don't think we can get angry. I think we just say that and pray and pray. Dolly's not happy about it, but he wasn't playing well anyway, so maybe that's why he knows that it's not luck, it's just he's been playing bad. Yelmseth, our first chance to see him out there on the wing, and he passes backwards and then does nothing. All right, good job. Good job. We got Simonson there. Over to Barlow. Up to Grunwald. We feed it back to A-team. Can we get him on the counter? Maybe. We got Rune on the left. He's charging up. Nice little move by Rune. Can he get across inside to Sveen? Sveen doesn't appear to be trying. Nobody appears to be trying. We just all stopped out here rather than went in for the cross. Good job, team. Hjelmseth feeds one in. Nobody there. Again, Sveen doesn't try for it. He was onside. He just didn't give a shit. This team just refuses to try to win. That's essentially it. And I can't talk to him. For reasons. Why did you not get that? Who is that? Oh. The only one right now that wants to win is A-team. The only one. Everybody else is just, oh look, that's a soccer ball. I don't feel like touching it. And then they bitch, why won't we win? It's all your fault. We have no confidence in you. Just play the damn ball and we'd be okay. We would be okay. Things would go so much different if they just take that half a step and touch the ball. Simonson puts it over the top. I still can't talk to the team. I have no idea why these are blacked out. None. Why can't you talk to the team? Why can't I yell something on the sideline? See? Nope, nothing. Rolandson got a yellow. Well, that's something at least. Can I talk to the team? Nope, still can't talk to the team. Talk to the team? Nope. 7 minutes in, completely unable to talk to the team for no stated reason. It's just as dark. I just want to demand more. We're going to go attacking. Nothing A-team could do about that. We're going to go attacking. There we go. Demand more. And we're going to skip that because don't I have replays on? Replays? Oh, it's decided to turn them on. Every once in a while, I've noticed, it just turns off all your replays. All of them. No idea why. It just says, you know what? I know you had replays on, but yeah, no, that's fine. We didn't want to see that one anyway, but we want the option. And I could have sworn we did this when we demanded more. And now I can't talk anymore. There's a gag order on me. So I'm not even allowed to talk to the team while they don't play well. Okay. Gone was the cause of the injury. We need the win. I'm going to leave him in. Dolly puts it. Nobody runs. Nobody even tries for it. Nobody. There's nobody even back on that third of the... There were two players that had a run at that. And nobody wanted to do it. My God, this team sucks. I'm actually hoping we get fired at this point. I'm actively hoping we get fired. Barlow's got it. He steps out. No rush. They're winning. We certainly don't want to score, so there's no reason to really try now. We're going overload. And we're gonna push forward. Oh, that means... Oh my God, I don't know what happened there. But I think we got lucky. That's what happened there. Push forward on overload. Possession's still not far off. We're not losing possession because of this. We're just not playing. I think Loki's right. You hit overload and you just don't get any more highlights. I think we'll knock it back to attacking. Might be too risky for us. Sveen feeds it across. 3 people decided not to touch it. And so it rolls through to them. Grunwald's on the charge. He's got a great crossover to Gnam. Up to Simonson. Simonson puts it over the top. They're subbing Simonson out. I got nobody better than Berg to put in, so he's just going to stay in. I know it may hurt, but like I say, I think we're just going to be fired if we lose this anyway. We have completed every promise except to have a happy locker room. Everything else we've done right. We've made all of our commitments in the cup. We've made our commitments as far as relegation goes, or we had up to this point. We're doing great on the... Come on, Sven. What? You took a step to guarantee you didn't have a shot. You said, look, if I run straight, I can take the shot. If I go right 2 steps, I have a shot. I'm going to go right 1 step, and then just stop there and take the shot where I know I don't have anything. Oh, come on. Somebody try for this damn thing. What the hell was that? And you just ran past it. You said, yeah, he's going to get it, even though I'm there first. My God, this team is just... Show some passion. Try. They're terrible. They're terrible. Oh, that was a nice little boot up, but then they respond. Oh, A-Team comes way out, because again, A-Team is the only one that wants to win this. Sven had to have been offsides there, wasn't he? I mean, it doesn't matter. He doesn't try to cross or make something happen. He just gives it to the goalie. He just passes it back to the goalie after a certain point. Grieve, there you go. Boot it up. Sven, it's you. Now, this time, don't take a bad shot. Let's try to set up a shot. How difficult? That's nice. That's nice. Nobody there. Nobody there. We don't run for it. Look, everybody watches the ball go past. Everybody. I hope we get fired. It's in Norway. I bet there's good vodka up there. I think Scandinavian countries are big on their moonshine, too. This team would be one that drove me to drink. Oh, my God. There we go. Do something. You knocked him down. The ball. Oh. There's the other Simonson. We got Simon and Simon rolling. I wonder if they drove the cool red car in. Berg puts it over to Sven. Sven, what are you going to do? We need 1 goal here. We need a goal. Just 1 goal. No, that's not it. Grieve, shoot! There we go. Thank God. That might have just saved our job right there. Oh, my God. And again, we try our hardest not to score here. Rune puts us back, tries. Helmvedt gets the pass in. Grieve, 1 touch, puts it down, takes the shot. Okay. It's going to be a draw. We've lost Johansson. We're probably going to lose Berg for leaving him in this long. Now we've lost Hjelmseth. 2 minutes past injury time. Why does it think that my goalie is the best spot for this, as opposed to, I don't know, people that actually play mid, left, and right? I mean, I have an attacking midfielder. Now, granted, he's a left instead of a right. But still. No idea. Come on, can we steal this? Can we FM them? Nope, we cannot. We cannot. We got thoroughly outplayed. We did FM them. We thoroughly stole this because this team wanted nothing. And I'm not happy with it. That should have been a win. They were terrible. They were terrible. Johansson injured 3 to 4 weeks. Yep. Helmseth injured 3 to 4 weeks. Yep. Claim that your team's late goal. They were the better team. We're not going down. I have faith we can stay up. Yeah. He wasn't good enough. He needs to get better. Yeah, that's it. There's only so much I can do. There we go. 3 to 4. Dislocated jaw is keeping my striker out. How much talking does he have to do out there? I don't know. Well, we just brought him in, so I guess we go back to doing what we were doing before. So let's hit continue one time and see if we're going to get fired here. And then I guess we end this one. We got to draw at least. It's something. You know, I need 3 draws to go with those 3 losses. But against Finnsnes, who we crushed the first time through. Now, this was away. And we've got Ralphos coming up next, and they're bad too. They're the worst. But it's also away. But if we could get a win there, 20 points, assuming nobody else does much, does maybe move us up the spot, maybe 8th or 9th. I mean, where we're supposed to be. Let's look at our dynamics. You can see match cohesion is fine. Leadership support is poor. It was up pretty close. That's climbing. At least it's not down in the garbage. The only thing I have here is just this. And he's worried about poor locker room atmosphere, which if this would go away, our poor locker atmosphere would go away because this is our only bitch right now. Promises. Let me show you that real fast. Promises. Completed the promise. Completed the promise. Completed the promise. We were on our way till this crap happened, and we completed 2 more promises to players to sold. So we completed 5 promises in that area and have seen nothing but everything go worse. So it's just to a point where nothing I am doing good is having any effect. I'm not even slowing down the backward slide. So whether they need to dial back the slider somewhere on this in the game, yeah, there's no whether or not. That's what has to happen. You as a coach have to be able to give some tools to improve morale and leadership. I've succeeded at everything I've been asked to do within that realm, and yet we can't improve it. So, I don't know. At this point, like I say, I don't mind if they fire me. We'll go back a league and see if that fixes things. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching me lose. If nothing else, maybe it's given you insight into how you need to run your career modes in journeyman leagues. Seeing me fail maybe helps you get better. So anyway, if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. You hated it, thumbs down. You got some suggestions for me? Oh, God, I'd love to hear them now. And if you'd like to see me continue to fail, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time. Cheers.